Hey, and welcome back to episode 17 of Make Gears Great Again. This video is about multitasking and how to learn it efficiently. The idea of multitasking is pretty self-explanatory. You do multiple things at once. Seeing Gears of War is a super dynamic game, it allows for many different playstyles and approaches. The better you and others become at Gears of War, the more you'll have to do at the same time. Watching spawns, timers, power weapons, angles, timing of your reloads, timing of the enemy reloads, when to push to hurt enemies and when to back off. These are all things players face on a regular basis, but are often not great at doing them at the same time. That's where this video should be helpful. Multitasking can be a force multiplier for any solo or team player, especially if you know how to do it well under pressure, because that is a skill by itself. Where many players go wrong is that they often forget the most important part of playing, which is actually playing while multitasking. A lot of players are actually good at watching enemies do things and calling them out, but that ability starts to go bad once they are under the same pressure themselves. Being able to predict what others are going to do in the game is as important as making the other team believe you're going to do something you're not going to do. Basically bluffing. So how do you efficiently multitask and practice it? Well, tip number 1 for starters, you have to learn how to move while telling your team what you're doing. The simpler and more direct your callouts are, the better. Because this not only saves energy, but also breath, the thing you need to live. If you're a solo player, this might seem difficult to do, but even without a mic, you can show your team where you're going by spotting the first enemy you're going to fight. This at least indicates what your idea could be. Second, you're going to have to learn how to do the shortest, simplest things in rapid succession. The best example of this would be an objective-based game mode like King of the Hill or Swords that have spawn swapping or dynamic spawns. Why? Because while you're moving around the map, you flick your camera towards these positions, constantly scanning for movement near edges or actual locations, calling out spots that they're not. Not only does this keep your senses on edge, you're not going to get surprised by an enemy at your back. So keep constant awareness even when no one's around. Third tip would be, you're going to learn how to keep track of your teammates, especially if you play alone. Using the TACCOM can be a huge ally to your survival and your teammates. It can reveal dead spots, positions that are uncovered, and show gaps between players. It also keeps track of who's dead and what weapon is picked up already. Once you've played the maps enough times, you will remember certain spots in the map and what the situation could be for your teammates. And when you use your TACCOM effectively, even when playing alone, you can be a great asset to your team because you can tell when someone's being pushed or when they're pushing the other team. It's about synergy without actually expecting your teammates doing the same. The fourth tip is to put absolute focus towards both the mechanics of the game as well as the techniques you can learn. Knowing what the boundaries are of the game, mechanically and physically, can save you a lot of headaches trying to figure out what good decisions are and what bad decisions are during crucial situations. Think about clutch moments, or moments when you're outnumbered and have no power weapon control. Or even when you do, what would the other team do? The more effort and experience you acquire through these processes, the better you'll understand both sides of the fence, thus making you a more formidable foe to even the quote-unquote best players. The fifth and final tip is that you're going to learn to quickly combine all previous steps, gradually increasing your efficiency at speaking while proceeding with fights or moves. Taking the extra step to learn how to quickly and consistently call out your own or the enemy's actions and understand other people's callouts will greatly enhance your survival during versus matches, especially on the Xbox One, because the voice over IP has a natural delay between players. Also, being able to properly move, shoot, and speak is a hard thing to consistently do. This could be a difference of killing or getting killed. As you hear, multitasking can sound complicated, and it kinda is, but that's only because I'm telling you, and you're either inexperienced or haven't gotten to this stage of Gears of War yet. I can guarantee you that if you apply these tips the next time you play and really put your mind to it, you'll pick up things almost every other day that you didn't before. So that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.